channel. How you guys doing? So I know it's been a while. It's been 3 weeks I put out videos out there, but guys, how you guys doing? I'm good. So welcome to my channel. So on today's episode, I'm gonna be talking about dating. You all know Love Doctor is here. Let's talk about my lighting. Oh my god, this lighting is blinding me. I don't know if you can see it, but look at my lighting. Look at So let's play Maserati before we go. Just a little bit for 1 or 2 minutes. Then yeah. So today I'm gonna be talking about basically relationship. Just to know when you're ready, the signs you would see, or what you need to know when you're ready, or why are you going into a relationship, a new relationship? Why are you there? What are your expectations? So I just wrote down some few points. I feel like it will be useful to you guys. I like this though. This is so cool. This is not showing, but yeah. I wrote some points down and I felt like it would be useful. I have some videos I need to put up last week. We shot it already, but it was on my little sister's data, so I couldn't get it off her. So but yeah, I'm gonna be first of all, sis, do you know yourself? That's really important though, because you have to. The reason why I said the first thing has to be the first question has to be, do you really know yourself? Is, you know, a lot of people go into the relationship and when you ask them that, what do you want, like what do you want, they'll be like, but since I don't even know. The question is, you have to be able to answer this. Do you know yourself? So if your answer is yeah, I'm still, finding myself, I'm still not sure about myself, I'm still this, I'm still that, then sis, maybe you need to know yourself before you start going into a relationship. And the second one will be, why are you going into a relationship? What's your intention of going into a relationship? Are you actually going into a relationship just because you felt like you're not ready? How do you know you're ready? Why are you going into a relationship? If I may ask you, why do you think it's time for you to move on and just go into a relationship? Why do you want to go into a relationship? What's your intention? I hope it's not social media pressure. I hope it's not peer pressure, because it could be. The question you have to ask yourself, why are you going to a relationship? So if your answer is still like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm old enough now to go into a relationship. Oh, I feel like, oh, now my mates are getting married. Oh, I feel like social media now, they're now having a share bees around. I beg, sister, you still need to search where you're going into a relationship. I'm not sure you're still very sure you want to, go into a relationship. So another one is, how good is your communication skill? Because my sister, my brothers, it's I feel like it comes with the age. Communication is very important in a relationship. If you know you're very poor in communications, if you know you're very poor in talking, in just saying your mind, or in wanting to listen to your partner or to listen to who you're dating, you have to work on that as well. Your communication level has to be A game. You have to be sure. You don't come to us and be like, oh, man, I've been shooting all day and I don't know, I don't have a hearing. So it's best I just remove one and just, yeah. So your communication level has to be on point. You have to know what you want. Yes, you have to know what you want. You actually need to be sure are you ready for a relationship? You need to be sure. Don't go into a relationship just because you feel like you're not right now to go into a relationship. Or let's say, oh yeah, now everyone is getting married. I want to get married. I'm this certain age. Peer pressure, social media, wedding. my sister, a reality of everything kicks in. A reality of a wedding kicks in. If it kicks in, you will not get it. The rate at which marriage breaks nowadays is so baffling. It's so scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. The rate at which marriages are breaking, the news we're hearing on the news every day, is so scary. And anytime I see that, I just pray. I'll be like, God Almighty, I commit my marriage into your able hands. God, whenever I'm ready to get married, whenever I see the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh, whenever I see my prince, God, Lord, just hold our marriage. Because it's not easy. The rate at which people are getting married and the rate at which it's just go like that. And the next minute you see online, oh, I'm so sorry to announce to you guys that, oh, my marriage is not, we're not married. I'm not married to this person again. When we buy Ashwebi, I got your Ashwebi for 100k. Or let's say in the UK now, because now they're now selling Ashwebi for £150. My sister, do you know how much is £150? When I buy an Ashwebi worth of 100k, and you now want to come to me and say to me that you're leaving the marriage tomorrow. My sister, you're not leaving the marriage after a year. You're not. You are not leaving the marriage after a year. Shogba. I mean, you don't hear, you don't listen. You come to us, you said your Ashwebi is $200. We rush and buy your Ashwebi, we're happy for you. My sister, you're coming to us after 1 year and be like, I cannot do this again. I wanna go. My brother, oh, she's a cheat. She doesn't cook. She doesn't clean. Oh, this girl has to leave my house today. Well, you see her that she doesn't clean before you met. I mean, when you met her, you know she doesn't clean. You know she doesn't clean. You know she doesn't cook. You know she's dirty. Why do you go ahead with the marriage? Bro, what's your intention? Why do you marry the girl? So don't come to us after 1 year that you want to divorce. Divorce, kitty. Or guinea. Gonna stay there. Stay there. Okay? Make your marriage work. Okay? But I'm not saying that if you're into domestic violence or whatever, you should stay. I'm just saying. Because the rate at which marriage is just being broken these days, is like you guys don't go for counseling or what. And anytime I talk about, married to people that are really married around me, they said it's really deep. Like you all see it out there. Like marriage is a lot of work. You have to be putting work every day. And I'm like, so if I'm meant to enjoy my marriage, but I still have to work, God, I can sense that it's not a joke. It is not a joke. And that is why you need to marry someone you know that this is like my friend. There's no point of you rushing into anything. Marry someone you can relate with. I know friends still fight. I know friends still they still have arguments. But when you marry someone you truly, really love, even when the ships is, want to collapse, there's this thing that will hold it. I know love isn't enough. I know there's more to marriage. But sister, brothers, let's do more. 1 year in marriage, 2 years in marriage. It's not encouraging with the single ones. Like, it's just Messiah making us to ask questions that, wait, is this really happening? That's cute. It is, no, those questions kept coming. Is this really happening? Is this really happening? Another thing I felt like we should look into as well is we need to be open to adjust. I know a lot of people, a lot of us, obviously, we're coming from a different background. different family, we have different values, we have different orientation, family orientation. We weren't brought up with the same mother, with the same parents. So obviously, I mean, yeah, we would. There are some things in it is expected. There's some things. There's some characters we know. This is mine. This is how I behave. This is how he behaves. But how do we manage that? How do we manage that? It's basically by compromising. Are you really ready to meet in between the line and say, you know what, babe, I know you don't like okra, and I don't like vegetable. Okay, why not? Why don't we do okra vegetable? She gets it. Okay, I know I like chicken. You like turkey. Why don't you make turkey stew, chicken stew together, and just you eat the turkey, I eat the chicken? Are you really willing to compromise, like in your relationship? Are you really willing, or you just want to be bossy, bossy, bossy? Some of us have actually had our shit together before we get married. We actually have businesses we control. We actually have homes. I mean, brothers, younger ones we control. But when we get into marriage, or when the man now gets into marriage, it's like you want to be especially when you now see your wife that you're really older than her, so you want to be controlling your wife, or as you're controlling your siblings, or as you're controlling your younger ones. I feel like that's when we get it wrong, because let's not forget, this is your wife. So if you want to talk to your wife, there's this certain level, there's this way you will talk to her that she will not get the feelings that, oh wait, who is your mate, or who is your slave, or who is your younger sister here, or whatever. So are we really willing to compromise in a marriage? Are we really willing to compromise? What are we doing to compromise? Are we really willing to compromise? Are you sure there won't be two boss in a bus? You know, because my parents would say that it's not possible for two bosses, like two oga, boss, two head of house or whatever, in the same house or in the same boat. The boat is going to collapse, because one cannot be going to the south and one would say, yeah, they want to go to the north. It's not possible. So how are you ready to compromise? Are you really ready? You wanna me and you know, my sister? Are you actually ready? Is your intention really like, okay, yeah, I think I wanna marry now? Is that your intention? Me and you know. Is your intention to marriage, is it really good intention? And do you really want to get married? Or do you want to get married just because your friends are getting married? Or do you want to have that kids just because your friends are having kids? I've seen someone that said, oh, when she had her kids, it was that time when all her friends were already having kids, so they were doing like a married whatever. So she felt like, oh yeah, it's high time for her now to have kids. So the thing is, are you in a relationship just because you feel like I'm now ready to be in a relationship, I think I'm now ripe, or just because the society is pressuring you to be in a relationship, just because you feel like, yeah, it's time for me now to be in a relationship? Are you that sister? Are you that brother? You feel like, okay, my family are now pressuring me, I'm now 37-year-old, it's time for me now to get married? Are you that sister? Are you that brother? We know. Are you that brother that says, oh, my siblings have been disturbing me, they've been saying I'm not serious, it's time for me to get married? Are you that brother? Are you that brother that says, you know what, my friend's wife, they cook for them, they cook for me anytime I go to their house, so it's time for me to get married? Are you that brother? Do you want to get married just because you need someone to do your cleaning, to do your dirty job? Do you really want to get married just because you felt like, you know what, I'm tired of cooking, I need someone to cook in my house? Do you want to get married just because you want to make your mom happy, just because you want your mom to see her grandchild before she died? Do you want to get married just because you feel like your friends are getting married? You need to ask your questions. Ask yourself the question. If the answer is no, then you still need to find yourself. You still need to find yourself. You still need to know why you want to get married. Like I always say, marriage is not for everybody. It's not everybody that is going to get married. Some people are just meant to just have a child and just live their life. So marriage isn't for everybody, but it's a beautiful thing. The Bible ordained it. But some people, have you ever met some people that would say, I don't want to have a child? I don't want to say on my channel that, oh, are they crazy? The reasons is best known to them. So if I have a friend that has like a girlfriend that she's always telling me, oh, that she's not ready, have you ever asked her, does she really want to have a child? Because there are some people that they don't want to have a child. Have you ever asked that girlfriend that, what do you think about family? Have you ever asked that man that, you know what, how did your mom and your dad stay together? How did they survive it? What did they do? Ask them, have your mom ever slapped your dad ever slapped your mom, or your mom ever slapped your dad? Have you ever been in an abusive relationship, abusive, parenting environment, unhealthy environment? And I'm not saying you should just go straight on them and ask them questions like that. There's this way you can ask that would make them speak up. They would talk to you. I get this question all the time, and my friends will be like, you know what, IBK, I don't know how guys just conveniently just talk to you. Because I'm very approachable. Because you will never know I'm asking you questions. You will never know. You have to be very, very smart and intelligent to know I'm asking you questions. Because I will just be playing with you. I want to know. I want to know if your mom, drastically pack out of the house and she doesn't care about you guys. I want to know how you think, what you think about family. All of that. What are your intentions of going into a relationship? We ladies have different intentions, and when you hear it, you just marvel. When you hear man, their intentions of going into a marriage, some people just be like, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I need someone to be cooking for me. I need someone to just be coming to the home with. I need someone. Those are one of the things, really. If you want to be really realistic, you want to be real, those are one of the things. But they are not major. They're not. Some men, you ask them why you want to get married, you will be so shocked. I'm just tired. I'm almost 40 now. It's time for me. My siblings are having kids. Your siblings are having kids is not enough for you to get married, bro. It's not. It's not at all. So your siblings are getting married. Bro, are you really ready to get married? So let's move on. I have 2 more points, then that's it. Okay, this is very important. Learning to stay on your own at first. And if I say, what do I mean by that? I mean knowing that you're sufficient for you and your happiness doesn't depend on someone. I have some people that they can't stay in their house for a whole week without getting visitors. Like, literally, their happiness depends on their boyfriend. Their happiness depends on their friends. So are you someone that actually always need your happiness through, I like it when people are around. I like the vibes when there's noise around. I like people around me. So I just basically function well when people is around me. Are you that kind of person? Because if you are, then if you're in a relationship, it could be lonely and you could find yourself not happy at the long run. Because obviously when you're dating someone, you want to concentrate all your attention, all your effort on that person. But when you're used to always being around crowd, then it's a problem. You have to be sufficient for yourself. This topic, I didn't know I was going to talk about it, but you can see I'm dressed and I want to go see someone. Basically, I'm going out on a date, so no, I'll see someone. So then I just sat down on my bed. I finished my makeup and I'm like, okay, why? And all those questions kept coming into my mind. I'm like, okay, I felt like I should discuss it because obviously, I felt like I should just on my camera and just talk about it. Why am I going? Do I really want to do it? Am I ready? And another thing as well that we ladies we do a lot, as I feel like it's very common in we ladies, is saying that I want to help him. He's broken. I want to go help him. Okay, it's my ex. I want to find closure. I want to go help him. He's going through a lot right now. I want to go help him. And then you keep finding yourself back in the relationship. You keep going back into the relationship. You find yourself in the deep mess that you've been in 3 years, that you were trying to come out of. You keep going back. You want to heal someone. Are you Dr. Miracle? Why are you healing someone that is already broken? Let him go find his healing. Like you're finding your own healing. Let him go do his healing. A lot of people say, oh yeah, you know, my God, it's my baby. I'm going to take care of him. I'm going to nurse him. He's going through a lot right now. That's why he's not loving me. You're giving him excuse not to love you. Why will he even... A lot of people don't even see any problem with that because they don't love themselves. That's just it. They don't love themselves. So they don't see anything wrong in trying to mend a man that is already broken. Everybody have closures. And the closure doesn't have to include anybody. It has to be something personal. Something that you would feel like, you know what? It's time for me to now have closure. It's time for me now to move on finally. So the closure has to do with your inner self, your own self-esteem, and not from anybody. Do not depend your happiness on anybody, because when the person turns their back on you, you will find yourself in a deep shit. You will not be happy. I was watching Erica's interview. Everybody, I think majority Nigerians know Erica, the girl that went to the Big Brother that got disqualified. I love her voice. I mean, smile. She has a very beautiful smile. And I was watching her interview with Momodu, Dele Momodu, and then she said she's someone that she always depends her happiness on some people, and that was why she got disqualified, because she believed that, oh, I'm getting this certain energy from this person and I'm not getting the energy again, so that makes her react when the things happen. So she lost a lot, right? Depending happiness on other people would not help you grow. So even if you go into a new relationship, it still won't work because you're used to crowd. If you know what I mean. I think I've talked about the inner mind. The inner mind is very important. You have to be at peace in your inner self. You have to do away with your ex. For you to move on in a relationship, in a new relationship, you have to do away with your past. Your past has to be a past. Has to be forgotten. Has to be totally forgotten. You have to forgive that your ex to be able to move on. If you don't forgive your ex, you find yourself in a deeper shit, because you would always say that, yeah, my ex this, my ex this, that, my ex that. And then if you find yourself refining a lot to your ex, then you have to reevaluate yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know I have just 30 minutes to talk to you guys, and I was able to do that within the space of 25 minutes. So I love you guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please join the family. Subscribe. What are you doing? Join the family. And I promise you guys, the content I'll be throwing out now will be back, and it will be so nice and so dope. Now that we have a good camera and we have a good lighting, we're gonna shot. I love you guys, and don't forget to subscribe and click on the like button and the bell below to see some of my video when I post one. Love you guys. Bye. Hop in my Maserati, girl, I wanna see you.